Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jay. If this is your first time here, hey, what's up, what's poppin'? It's your girl. As you guys can tell from the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about the EXJW healing process and how it's hard, because it's hard. For those of you who do not know, I woke up to the truth about a year ago. It's been like an emotional roller coaster. It's been up and down. It's been having really happy times, really freeing times, to really depressive episodes, and being really upset and being really angry, and then being really confused, and then just feeling really bamboozled. It's not just something that, okay, you go through it for a couple months, a couple weeks, a couple years, and then you're good to go. Especially if you're born in, it's an everyday thing. I've just been finding it difficult to heal because I've been in the religion for 21 years, and now I just have to learn
a new way of living.
Although it's really freeing, it's been so great to have the opportunity to move out of my house, to be independent, to be supporting myself financially. It still takes a toll on me. You have to learn how to do what feels right to you. As a born-in, everything about your life is controlled. Someone will always have control over you as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. You are used to people controlling you. You are used to people making decisions for you. You are used to people telling you what to do, what to wear, what to say, what to decide, how to live your life, what friends you should have, where you should go, what you should worship, what you should believe in. As a witness, you're constantly given the answers. You kind of have your own instructions to life, and it's unrealistic because no one has instructions to life.
No one knows.
Everybody lives life their own way. You can't just have a JW manual that's just one size fit all. Everybody better follow this belief and their life will be perfect. No, that's not how life is. People have different perspectives. People grow up differently. People have different childhoods, different lifestyles. Not everybody is the same. So to just force a religion and a cult and a lifestyle and a way of living onto somebody from birth can be extremely detrimental to their mental health and to their identity. One of the challenges that I've been going through is just dealing with negative criticism from my family. And it can be a lot when the group of people who are supposed to support you, your family, they don't support you. In fact, they do the opposite when it comes to you doing what's best for you, and you kind of have to just be your own family and
be your own parent and be your own best friend, your own motivator, your own supporter, your own cheerleader.
You have to be your own everything, and you have to learn how to do that once you wake up from the truth, because no one else is going to do that for you. And that can be very exhausting. Although it's good, although it's all a part of the healing process, it's still a lot. Make sure that you're taking care of you when going through this. I've just been finding it so hard to be nicer to myself. I'll have days where I'll have a good set of few days, and then I'll have a really bad depressive day, and it'll just ruin my week. I'll just be like, how could you do that? You weren't supposed to do this. You're supposed to start your day like this. And I will be so hard on myself. It messes with my energy and my day and my mood, and it really brings me down. And I have to constantly remind myself that I'm the only person that's going to support myself, so I have to talk positively to myself. It's hard constantly having to remind yourself, hey, it's okay if you didn't do this. It's okay if you didn't do that. It's okay, we're gonna get right back on it. I just have to constantly remind myself, like, it's okay, and you know better now. It's hard being your motivator when you're also at the same time your biggest enemy. It's hard to battle between being your biggest enemy and being your biggest supporter when you're used to being your biggest enemy. Not because you want to be your biggest enemy, but because as a witness, you were taught to be your biggest enemy. You weren't allowed to have any self-worth. You weren't allowed to do anything that made you happy. You weren't allowed to set up boundaries. You weren't allowed to be independent and think for yourself and think logically. What I've been learning is that it's so important to be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and understand that it is okay to make mistakes. It's understandable. We cannot expect to get through this in a week, in a few weeks, in a couple months, like even a couple years. Like, this is a
lifelong process.
And just constantly remind yourself, this is a lifelong process. Enjoy the everyday process. Fall in love with the everyday process. What happened to us as witnesses was horrible, right? We did not deserve to go through what we went through as witnesses. But what I've been reminding myself is that everything that happened to me is not who I am. I can choose to change my perspective on my past and take lessons from it, instead of looking at my past and just always just being hurt and destroyed and feeling like my life is over. But instead looking at my past like, okay,
I was done dirty
for like 21 years of my life, but here's how that's never gonna happen to me ever again. Here's how I'm gonna change the game, and I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna give myself the life that I deserve. Constantly constantly reminding yourself that you hold the keys to your happiness. You are responsible for your happiness. No one else is responsible for your happiness. It's just you. It is you. No one else is responsible for making you happy, for telling you what to do. It is you. Picking yourself back up can be difficult, but it is necessary. What happened to us was unfair, and we can't undo what happened to us, but we can choose how we react to what happened to us. We can choose to take our own power back by not dwelling on the past and not dwelling on, oh my gosh, they did this to me. This is what happened to me when I was younger. Like, yes, give yourself as much time as you need to talk about it, especially in therapy. I always recommend go to therapy, but at some point in your life, just constantly focusing on the cult and constantly focusing on, oh, they did this to me. This is why I'm like this, and this is why my life is this way, and I never had this. I never had this opportunity. Constantly dwelling on your past is only going to get you more of what your past was like. If you focus on something, you're going to get what you focus on. It's kind of like if you're focused on a blue Mustang, you're gonna start finding blue Mustangs everywhere. Why? Because that is what you're focusing on. So if you're just focusing on the past all the time and the hurt, you're gonna constantly be feeling hurt. You're gonna be constantly feeling in pain. You're gonna constantly be feeling depressed. Validate your hurt. Validate your pain. Don't put it away. Don't act like it doesn't matter. Don't invalidate it. No. You need to validate your emotions because you're very much allowed to feel that way. It's normal to feel that way. It's the human way of feeling. You were bamboozled in a cold. Like, of course you're gonna feel that way. But it's what you do now that matters. How are you gonna react to it? Are you just gonna stay in bed and cry about it? Or are you gonna say, you know what? Let me actually get up and do some meditation. Let me journal for 15 minutes. Let me go outside and take my dog for a walk. Let me take a hot shower. Let me put some good food in my body. Let me drink some water. Take care of yourself. Distract yourself from when you start to feel yourself going back into those bad depressive states. Tell yourself, today's gonna be a good day. I don't care. You are in control of your thoughts. You control how you talk to yourself. So if you are going to be your biggest enemy, you're gonna be a bully to yourself, guess what? You're constantly gonna feel attacked, constantly gonna be feeling hurt. You're constantly gonna be sad. You're just constantly gonna be affected because you affect yourself. You are your own bully. But if you are your biggest supporter and you are gentle with yourself, you're kind with yourself, you're patient, you just say, come on, we got this. You have a goal in mind, you will start to see a shift in your life. You have to first believe it in your mind to see it in your reality. All we have is right now. We can't go back. We can't go back and say, actually, mom, don't have me in this religion. Let's go somewhere else. You cannot go back. No one has a time machine to go back. Well, that we know of. No one can go back in time and fix our messed up childhood. Nobody. We just have to work with what we have and keep it moving. It doesn't mean that we invalidate all the years of pain and all the years of trauma and abuse that we've experienced within the religion. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you need to validate your feelings, validate your emotions, go to therapy, journal, figure it out. Instead of running away from those emotions or just dwelling on those emotions, figure out how you can heal it. What can I do now to deal with it? What lessons can I learn from this? I've been learning that the longer you linger on the pain that the cult has caused you, the longer you're going to feel that pain. The longer you're going to feel that hatred, that resentment. The longer you think about it, the longer you focus on it, the longer you're gonna see it in your life. You're just keeping it alive. You're just keeping that flame burning. The more you have it in your mind, the more you're focusing on that pain. You're keeping it in your current situation. That is what's holding you back from growing and seeing change in your life, because you're not changing your mind. If you're not changing your mind, you're not changing your reality. If you're not changing how you think, if you're not changing how you talk to yourself, if you're not changing your actions, if you're not changing what you do in your day-to-day life, you are not going to see a change in your life. You're gonna see yourself in the same predicaments, the same situation, going through the same thing, feeling the same sad emotions, the same anger. Why?
Because you're not doing anything about it.
You need to actually get up and do something about it. No one is going to hold your hand through life. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be inconsiderate. I'm saying that to be real with you, especially if your parents are in this religion. You don't have no support from your family. You need to support yourself. You need to pat yourself on the back. You need to pick yourself back up when you're going through those days and keep it moving. It's not easy. Search for help. Go to support groups. Go to therapy. Take care of yourself. Do you guys ever find like the healing process is just hard? You know that you want better for your life, but you're just so stuck in your past that you feel like you'll never get through it. Switch up your environment. You change your environment, you will start to see change in your life. Healing is hurting. Healing is hurting. When you heal, you hurt. You cannot heal without hurting. And I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that when you hurt, you are healing. When you heal, you hurt. You cannot get through the healing process without pain and sadness and happiness. It's a balance of emotions, and accepting that, validating those emotions instead of beating yourself up for feeling sad, for feeling depressed. When you're gentle with yourself and you have care for yourself and you validate your feelings and your emotions, it allows you to see things clearly. It allows you to be kinder to yourself. It allows you to see things from a clearer perspective. The cult wants you to think you're a horrible person. The cult has literally drilled in negative thoughts in your head so that you constantly feel worthless and you constantly feel like you deserve nothing and you aren't worthy and you need to go back to the cult. And knowing like, okay, I'm not alone. I'm not the only person going through this. There's other people going through this. And this is all normal. Just be like, oh, okay, me going through pain, like me feeling depressed, as sad as it is, knowing that it's not forever, it's only temporary, and good is coming and things will get better is what keeps me going. Because sometimes I just want to give up and I just have to remind myself like, listen, this is all a part of the process. This is normal. It is okay to feel this way. Just validating my feelings, my emotions, and knowing that there's better on the other side and pushing through. There is purpose. My pain has purpose. Just reminding myself of that has really helped. Your pain has purpose. Your past has purpose. What you've been through, there's a purpose for that. Create the life that you want and stop letting your past continue to destroy your future. Stop allowing your past to destroy every single thing in front of you. Your past is not your future. Your past is the past. The future is the future. All you have right now is the present. All you have right now is what you do today, what you do right now. Being gentle with yourself and reminding yourself and picking yourself back up again and again and again and wiping your tears off and patting yourself on the back and being proud of yourself. It just really feels like you'll never get through it, but knowing that you are normal and the way that you feel is normal. It's all human emotions. You're not alone. So many other people have gone through it. If you just look in the comments, you will see that people are literally going through the same exact things you're going through. It is so hard pushing through, but just knowing that you have the strength within you to push through is all that you need. Know what you want in life, believe it can happen for you, and make a way. It's easy to be fearful. It's easy to be scared. Trust me, I get it. I understand. Let go of that fear and you just trust yourself and you give yourself more grace. Give yourself more kindness. Be kinder to yourself. There's going to be a lot of sad days. There's going to be a lot of happy days. There's going to be a lot of highs and there's going to be a lot of lows. So remember where you're headed. Remember where you came from. Remember your accomplishments. Always celebrate yourself. Always support yourself. Push yourself and keep it going. Cheer yourself on. You got this. This is how I talk to myself. I have to tell myself this. And sometimes I'll let my negative JW voices tap me on the shoulder. Oh, you'll never get here. You'll never be successful. You'll always be sad. I hear those thoughts on a daily. It doesn't just go away. Even though I'm better than I was before, it doesn't just go away. I have to constantly fill my cup up. If I don't fill myself up with positivity, then it will be filled with negativity by default. You either choose to stay positive or the negativity will fill its place. I'm not saying that you always have to be positive. Just know that things will get better and know that you have the power within you to make things better. You have the power within you to do things that make yourself feel better. You know what I mean? That was just my little 2 cents on the healing process. Let me know how y'all are dealing with the healing process, how you guys are doing, and thanks for coming to my little vibe chat.
Happy August.
Stay beautiful, stay handsome, stay you, be you, do you, for you. Remember, you create your reality. You're responsible for your own happiness, nobody else. You got this, boo, period. Thanks for watching and peace out.